Hey, you guys, what's going on? Pull up, pull up, pull up. It is me, Felicia. I am back and I'm going to upload this video because I want to tell you guys all about my brand new business that I started mid-November of 2021, right? So, if you are not aware of what a virtual assistant is or what a virtual assistant business is, I'm going to share a little bit of information about what a virtual assistant business is and what it all entails. First of all, virtual assistant is a great business for anyone that wants to work from home, you want to work remotely, if you are a mom, if you want to do it part-time, if you have really great office skills, you're a good communicator, you know your way around a computer, if you know how to uh, post and caption and do reels for social media, you can go into social media management. It is a really great business to have because it allows you freedom and flexibility. And that's what I like about it most. Well, let me just start by saying I personally recommend that you register your business and get your EIN with the IRS because that will make your business legitimate. Okay. Some people will tell you, don't worry about, getting a name for your business. Don't worry about getting an EIN. Just, start, marketing yourself and get some clients. I think that's kind of putting the cart before the horse because if you're going to have a business and you're going to market yourself as a business owner, then you have to have legitimacy behind it. That's just my preference. So before I even started marketing my business, the first thing I did was come up with my business name. My business name is Virtual Pro Desk. I just like the sound of that. I came up with a few other names too, but they were all taken. So you want a business name that no one else has. So what you normally do is go to GoDaddy, type the business name that you want into the search bar. GoDaddy will immediately let you know if that name is available. If it is available and you like it, I recommend that you snatch that name right away, and before someone else takes it. It does not cost a lot. I paid a total of $22.16 to have my business as a .com. So my business virtualprodesk.com, that is my domain. Excuse me. No one else can use that name. It belongs to me. Okay. So I recommend that you get your business name first. It doesn't have to be a .com. It can be like .biz or .org or .net, but .com is more common and people will remember that. Once you have secured your business name, you want to go to irs.gov and you want to apply for your EIN. An EIN is just basically a social security number for your business, right? It's absolutely free. The IRS does not charge you anything for it. The application is very short. It's very simple. You don't have to pay someone to fill that out for you. Some people do, but trust me, it's easy. You just put in your information, your business name, information about yourself, your business address, which you need, and within a few minutes, once you're done, once you submit, the IRS gives you the printout of your EIN information. It has your EIN number, and you'll also receive it in an email. Okay, so two things you want to do: go to GoDaddy, make sure your business name is available. Then go to irs.gov and get your EIN for your business. Doing those two things legitimizes your business. Okay, you can also check with Secretary of State in your state that you live in as well, because prices vary about how much it costs to register your business. Where I am, it costs me $49 to register my business online with the Secretary of State here in the state that I live in. Once you get your business name, your EIN, you want to open a business account at a bank. Because once you start receiving funds from your business, you don't want to commingle your business funds with your personal funds. Okay? You don't want to do that. You always want to have a separate account. Depends on what bank that you uh, choose to set your account up with. The deposits are different, or the opening deposit is different. It can be anywhere from $250, $300. It just depends on the bank. Once you get your business name, get your EIN, and you're registered with your Secretary of State, you'll begin to receive in the mail um, great notices from different companies welcoming your business into the business world and trying to get your business. This is one that I received from US Bank. Don't know if you can see that, but you see my business name there, Virtual Pro Desk. This is certificate of service if I want to register my business under certificate of service of the state that I live in. And this is an offer from a company called Deluxe, just about getting opening lines of credit that you would need for your business, like with Staples or Shell gas station, things like that. So that's another reason why it's important to register your business and become legitimate, because then you can operate as a business. So that covers that. So just let me tell you a little bit about what a virtual assistant is. I had to make some notes, y'all, so I wouldn't forget everything I wanted to tell you guys. A virtual assistant is just basically an assistant that works remotely from a home office, or you can be anywhere as long as you have internet or Wi-Fi connection. You can basically work as a virtual assistant from anywhere. So, a virtual assistant provides administrative services and support to entrepreneurs and other small business owners. That could be anywhere from managing their email, calendar management, business correspondence, creating files, lots of things. You could manage their Pinterest. You can be a social media manager and manage their Facebook, their Instagram, whatever socials that they have. And let's see what else. Well, just basically general administrative services. You could provide answering service. You can do that. You don't just have to stick to business owners. You can use your VA skills and services to be a personal assistant as well. Because you have people that may be retired or stay at home moms that need some extra support, scheduling the kids for their different activities, or, going online and ordering their groceries from Whole Foods or, Walmart or Target. Um, you can do a variety of things as a virtual assistant if you're providing virtual services. So there's no limitation on what kind of business you can have as a virtual assistant. You can assist real estate agents. Normally, you would require a real estate license. It's not necessary, but if you want to assist a realtor and you don't have a license, you are limited in the services that you can provide. Like, you can do basic transactions, like you can make sure like all of the documentation is in order, like the purchase contract, the addendums, and appraisal information, and everything else that goes along with completing um, transaction packages for escrow, getting it ready so the property can close. But if you don't have a license, you cannot quote prices and you cannot go into details about the property. But that doesn't mean that you cannot be an assistant to a realtor, because a realtor may not need you to quote their prices. They may not need you to go into details about the property. They simply may need you to go on the MLS, take care of their listings, keep track of the listings. They may need you to do marketing, excuse me, marketing material. They may need you to follow up on their emails, follow up with their clients. So there's other things that you can do that won't require you to have a license. Oh, and you cannot show open house if you are not licensed. Because if you're showing an open house, you're acting in agent capacity because you would have to quote prices and go into detail about the property. But that's another area that you can look into if you want to assist real estate agents. Okay. Skills for a VA. I would say the most important skills or your soft skills that you should have as a virtual assistant are interpersonal skills. What are interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills, basically good communication. That means verbal communication, knowing how to speak to people, how to speak with proper grammar, because you will be conducting business for your clients with their clients sometimes. Um, Active and effective listening, not just listening to so you can give a response, but actually listening to what other people are saying to you so you can give a response that will build a rapport because this is your business. So you want to always build a rapport because good rapport building builds a good relationship, which creates a bond with your clients, and a good bond creates loyalty, right? And you'll get a lot of good referrals that way. So, great interpersonal skills, communication, verbal, nonverbal communication, um, knowing how to write or type business correspondence. That is a form of communication. You want your grammar to always be on point. Always use your spell check to make sure that you are grammatically correct when you are working on any type of business correspondence. Interpersonal skills also includes teamwork. You have to know how to be able to work with people, a give and take. So good interpersonal skills, you want to have basic knowledge of computers, you know, being able to do online research is a good skill to have. You should also be very disciplined. Why? Because you're going to be working remotely. So there's not going to be, your client is not going to be there micromanaging you, and holding your hand every step of the way. So you have to be disciplined. As a virtual assistant, you set your own hours. You let the client know, hey, you hired me to assist you, provide these services for 10 hours a week. Make sure you ask the client, is there a time limit? Do you need to have this by a certain day or time? Most of the time they'll say no, long as the service is done and it's provided for. Okay? So you want to be very disciplined and manage your time well. Manage your time well. Let's see what else here. You can also do travel management. That kind of goes more on an executive virtual assistant level, but the more you know, the more services provide that you can provide, the more money that you can make as a virtual assistant because a lot of people travel, a lot of small business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs, some of them do a lot of traveling. So if you have the ability to make travel arrangements, you are familiar with itinerary planning and you know how to schedule car service or Uber, you know, basic, simple travel management. So if you have experience in travel, you can always add that as well. Anything else I want to add here? Be willing to learn new software applications, right? Because when you work with business owners and other entrepreneurs, most likely they're going to have some type of software that they personally use for their business that you may not be familiar with. So always be open to learning new software. Me personally, I use Microsoft Office 365. I use G Suite and I use Canva for creative purposes. If a client needs like a, I don't know, Facebook heading or something posted to their Instagram, or they may need you to, come up with some really creative flyers or brochures, Canva is actually really great for that. Canva has a free version and they have a paid version as well. And in the virtual assistant industry, you have other software tools that are used for CRM, which is customer relationship management. It's just a database that has all the customer information, and you manage the customers in the inside that CRM. So you have like Honeybook, which is what I use. Then you have Dubsado. You have other software applications. So just make sure that you know at least one or familiar with a CRM, because as a virtual assistant, you will be utilizing CRM quite a bit. Okay, so be open to learning new software applications. Also, when you work with a client, don't just provide the services that they have hired you to provide. You want to always add a little extra value that will work well for you in keeping your client, as well as getting more clients, maybe even get you some bonuses, maybe even get you more pay. So you want to kind of do things like pay attention, learn the client's business, right? Because once you learn the client's business, and if you're, providing a service for them every day or 3 days out of the week, however, amount of time you're providing that service, you get to know the ins and outs of their business, then you can see other ways that, hey, maybe we can save some money over here. I was, going over whatever you were going over. And I noticed, you could benefit from having this or utilizing this, or if changing this to um, another, what's the word I'm looking for? Another form of management or another type of operation, or utilizing a different software, because your suggestions, even though if the client may not go with them right away, that shows that you're taking the initiative, you're interested in their business, and it could actually increase their profit. It could save them time. It could save them money. It could bring them more clients. So you always want to be in the mindset of adding a little extra as well. So that's just the basis of what being a virtual assistant is. I absolutely love it because I just really got tired of working for people because working for other people actually just it literally takes up too much of my time, and I don't like having to ask people, you know, if I can take a vacation or if I can take a few days off. I don't like having to wait, to work so many hours until I accrue enough time to go on vacation or to take a day off. It's my own business. If I want to hop on a plane and go to LA and stay there for a week, of course, I would tell my client, hey, I'm flying to LA, I'll be there for a week. But long as I have my laptop and long as I have an internet connection or strong Wi Fi, I can still work. So you're your own boss. You're not an employer. You are another business owner providing a service for another business owner. Okay. That's why I like being a virtual assistant. And then I have experience. So throughout my whole career of working, I've always held a position where I was assisting, whether it's in real estate. I held a real estate license for 12 years. I assisted a broker in some a redevelopment of some lofts downtown. I assisted the sales office manager for Century 21. I was a travel counselor as well for a company that was subcontracted with American Express Platinum Travel. So everything I've done, excuse me, let me get some water. Everything that I have done career wise has always been in the vein of assisting and providing some type of service in some type of way to either a person, a team, or the public at large. So it just made sense for me because I love helping others. Like I'm not the type of person that needs a spotlight and needs to be out front. I don't even like that. I don't like attention like that. But I do have a passion and a heart for serving others. And then I have the necessary skills that are needed to do the business of a virtual assistant. Equipment. You don't need a lot of equipment. What you do need, you're going to need your cell phone. You will need a laptop or a tablet. Now, what type of laptop? It just depends on your preference. Most VAs that I know and that I've come across, they love Apple. So they like their MacBooks. Me, I have an HP and it's fine for me. And then Macs are generally more expensive. So if you don't have a MacBook, don't worry about it. Some assistants use Chromebooks, they buy Lenovo, we all have our different preferences, but that's all you need. You need your cell phone, a tablet, or a laptop, an internet connection or a Wi Fi connection, a decent skill set that will make you marketable, that you can actually use to offer services to an entrepreneur or a business owner. You need your soft skills, your great interpersonal skills, be a communicator, be a team player, be disciplined, manage your time well, be proactive, take the initiative, and look for ways to improve the bottom line of the client that you are servicing. So you will always be their VA of choice and they will refer you out to other people as well. Hours. Most VAs don't work a 40-hour, well, I'm not going to say most. Probably in the beginning when you start, you probably won't work like a 40-hour work week like you would at a normal job because you will structure your packages. It's good to offer at least 3 packages in the beginning. Some VAs charge by the hour. Me personally, I prefer to get paid a month in advance, so I charge on a monthly scale. So minimum pay, I would recommend a virtual assistant to start out with no less than 20 to $25 an hour. Because what normally happens is when you take on a client, most clients don't need you 5 days a week, 40 hours a week. Some clients need you for 10 hours. Some clients might need you for 20. Some may need you for 60 hours. But if you break it down and say, okay, 10 hours a week for one client. So you do the math. If you're charging $25 an hour, it's like what, $250 a week? Doesn't seem like a lot of money, and it's not. But that's one client that you're only servicing for 10 hours a week. So that way you can add 2 or 3 more clients and service them as well for 10 hours a week. And with those 4 clients, you'll have 40 hours. That's $4,000 a month. Another thing to be mindful of as a virtual assistant, a business owner, your clients are not responsible for your taxes, no health insurance, no sick days, no vacation time. They're not paying for any of that because you're a business owner. So make sure you take out at least 20% of your pay that you bring in. You want to set that aside for taxes because you have to pay taxes on your business. However, at the same time, You can offset those taxes that you have to pay with tax write-offs, expenses that you have for your business, your internet, your electricity because you're working from home, your rent because you're working from home. What else? Even things. I mean, little stuff that you buy, like this notepad or notebook that I bought, and these pens that I bought. It's not a lot of money, but they're write-offs because I'm using it for my business. Um, Anything that you buy for your business that you utilize for your business, you can write that off on your taxes. Doesn't mean it's going to be free, it means you're going to get a deduction. And I also recommend that you get a good qualified CPA to help you with your taxes. It may not seem like something you would need in the very beginning, but trust me, what you don't want is the IRS auditing you. You don't want to make costly mistakes because you think, oh, well, I'm just starting out. I only have one client or only have two clients. You always want to get a certified CPA to help you with your taxes and making sure that you're paying what you're supposed to pay and that you're getting the best deductions for your business because a good CPA will be able to assist you in getting additional write-offs or they know about loopholes that you don't know about because you're a new business owner. What else did I want to say? A website. A lot of people will tell new virtual assistants, you don't need a website. Don't worry about that. Just like they tell you, don't worry about a business name. Just start working. No, don't put the cart before the horse. Get a website. If you can't afford a website, because I know websites are expensive, especially if you don't know how to build them yourself. However, Wix will allow you to set up a website, basic site for free. They have a paid option as well, which allows you to do more like you can connect it to Google and you'll be part of the SEO search and all that stuff, which will help drive traffic to your website because people can Google you and actually find you. But if you don't have the extra money for that, you can create a Wix website absolutely free of no charge. They have a great editing tool that's free with the free service. You can change your color, you can change your images, you can add sections to it. So I use Wix. I like it, and it's very, very user friendly. You don't have to be like a tech genius in order to use Wix. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know virtual assistant right now is really a hot industry because a lot of people, you know, people don't want to keep working for companies. We have all the other things going on, the mandates, and people just want to be self-sufficient. And you may just want an extra stream of income. Again, you can keep your 9 to 5 and you can still be a virtual assistant part-time, right? You don't have to just try to make this the main thing that you do. But if you're really good um, with office skills and you like working with other people and you like assisting other people, it's a good avenue to go into for your own business. And once you start doing your virtual assistant business, and your name gets out there, your business will grow. You may even want to grow to the point to where you can have a full-fledged virtual assistant agency where you can start hiring other VAs to come in and work under you and you pay them a percentage of the clients that you get. It's definitely not for everybody. Again, you have to be disciplined and you have to know how to manage your time really, really well. Because again, you're not in an office with a supervisor, a manager, a team lead. You are the boss. So you have to treat it like it is a legitimate business. Okay. So those are just a few tips that I wanted to share. It's not easy, okay? Building a business is never easy. I think the most I think the most trying part for most people is just getting your first client. That's probably the initial bump in the road that you have to get over when you start your virtual assistant business. Some people like get lucky, they just get clients right out the gate. It wasn't that way for me, and it's not that way for a lot of other virtual assistants. But I promise you, if you are consistent and you market your business and you talk to people, you start with your family, your friends, old bosses or old managers, old supervisors, that even though you no longer work for the company, but if you left on good terms and you were good at what you did in your assistant role or your customer service role, you can always call them and say, hey, I'm starting a new business, virtual assistants. Um, would you give me a referral, or would you know give me a testimonial on my website so people can see, okay, well, she has actual people that are giving her great testimonials and great reviews, and that will help you as well. Join some virtual assistant groups, go on YouTube. There are plenty of other videos and things of that nature that you can watch, especially when it comes to the software that you will most likely be using, and you want to familiarize yourself with it. Use YouTube for that. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to tell you guys. I know this is not my typical video, but I just wanted to get on here and share that I do have a business, virtual assistant business. Um, and I just wanted to put up a video for those of you that may be thinking about starting your own virtual assistant business. I may come back and do another video about the other ins and outs of being a virtual assistant, because there are other uh, facets to it that would be helpful for you to know as well. Anyway, that's it. That's my little ramble for today. Again, my business is Virtual Pro Desk. I'll probably link it in the description box. If you are a small business owner or an entrepreneur or a real estate agent or a realtor, and you are in need of a capable, professional, experienced virtual assistant, you need somebody to take a load off of your plate, take some of that stress off of you, and someone to manage the daily administrative duties of your business, let me know. I'll be glad to speak with you. I do offer a 30-minute complimentary discovery call. That's where you and I get together and you tell me a little bit more about your business. We see if we vibe together, because that's important too. You don't ever want to take a client just for the money. You want to make sure that you and the client will have a good working relationship, and they will understand that you are not their employee, because some clients will try to treat you like that. You are a business owner yourself, and you are providing a service to them. So you want to have that good vibe with your client. During the discovery call, you want to ask questions about their business, allow them to tell you about their business, and then you let them know how you can employ methods that will actually streamline their business, make it run more efficiently, while at the same time freeing them up to focus on the core growth of their business, as well as affording them more time for personal enjoyment in their lives. Okay. So I might come back later, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, depending on how I feel. And I'll upload another video about other facets of being a virtual assistant. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, like if you like, okay? And drop me a comment if you have any more questions, and I will definitely respond to it, okay? So I'm gonna go, you guys. I've just got over like a very old, nasty sinus congestion. Like when it starts getting cold out here in the South, every season without fail, every winter season, my sinuses, I just get congested all up in here. And I was like a whole mess for like, I don't know, 3, 4 days. I was like, oh my God. And my food, I couldn't taste it because, my sinuses was all clogged up. I just knew I was eating, but I really couldn't taste anything. I took care of myself. I make the best homemade um, herb and spice teas that I make myself, like with orange peels and cloves and ginger and fresh honey. So I take care of myself pretty well. I got some rest. I ate really good, healthy green salads and oranges and apples and bananas. So yeah, I nursed myself back to health. I'm still slightly congested a little bit, but not nearly as bad as I was the last 2 or 3 days. Anyway, and another thing when you have sinus, God, you have headaches because you're all congested. So everything's like clogged up in here. Yeah, it was the worst. But I am much better now, you guys. I'm probably gonna watch a little Dateline. And oh no, I'm not gonna watch Dateline. I'm gonna actually go back to seasons 1, 2, and 3 and rewatch Ozark. If y'all don't know, like I am such a huge Ozark fan, and season 4, which is the final season for Ozark. It begins on Netflix January 21st, which is just in a few more days, like next week, right? So I gotta go review the first 3 seasons so I can catch up with old Marty Bird, honey, and the Bird family. So if you guys have not checked out Ozark, I highly, 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 highly recommend that you go on Netflix and you start with season 1, watch season 1, watch season 2, watch season 3, watch every single episode. Because if you miss an episode, Ozark does not have writers like you could just pinpoint what's going to happen next. Like, okay, I knew that was going to happen. Not with Ozark, baby. You don't know what's going to happen, okay? That's why you have to watch it. So then when season 4 comes on next week, you'll be up to speed and you'll understand the storyline, okay? Anyway, thank you guys. I'm gonna go again. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Like this video if you haven't. Drop me a comment because you guys know I always respond to my comments. I don't get a lot, right? I have a small channel, then I don't upload videos a lot either, you know. So that's okay with me. I don't have to have a large channel. I like all my friends that are here that are subscribed to me, and I thank you guys so much for subscribing and for watching the videos as well. And I thank you for leaving comments. For those of you that do, you are so appreciated. Maybe I'll do a live. I don't know. I might, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, y'all, I'm rambling now. So let me go. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.